1. Fury. There was nothing like the burn of a neat shot of bourbon as the smooth liquid slid down my throat. I considered it a reminder of how pleasure could follow pain, as the warmth settled in my stomach, then coursed through my veins. I looked over at the man who'd been my friend with benefits, watching as he danced with the new woman in his life. In all the years I'd known him, Rip never once gazed at me the way he looked at Pearl. It hurt, but it was my pride that was wounded, not my heart. I'd known all along, in the same way he did, that we weren't the one for each other. Rip had found his it girl, and I was glad for him in the same way he'd be happy for me if I ever met the man I was meant to spend my life with. Now, though, sitting at the bar and wishing I was dancing like they were, sucked. Big time. Sure, there were a few men here tonight I could ask to two-step me around the crowded dance floor, and I'd certainly never been accused of being shy, but my heart wasn't in it. Instead, I signaled Rebel, the bartender closest to me, for another shot. "How you doing tonight, Fury?" she asked as she filled my empty glass with 2 fingers of the smoky dark amber liquor I'd grown to love. "You want the truth or a line?" She smiled. "Always the truth, my friend. I'm feeling like the odd man out, as they say." "I get that. This being a private party and all. No strangers here tonight, just the same old, not that I care." Rebel was happily married to a man I'd run a few missions with back when I was a CIA operative. I'd left that life, though, to pursue another form of the law as an attorney, what I'd always dreamed of being when I was growing up. Rebel and her husband, Edge, like Rip and Pearl, were meant to be soulmates. Their suns rose and set for each other. I downed the last shot and was about to call it a night when I remembered I got here on my own and was in no shape to drive myself the 30 miles back to my house in the city. Getting a car service here in the hills outside Austin, Texas would be impossible any night, but more so on Sunday. Fuck, I muttered to myself since Rebel had walked away. "Would you like to dance?" I heard a sultry Spanish-accented voice say from my right at the same time I felt a body brush up against mine. I slowly turned my head to see if the man looked as good as he sounded, and was pleasantly surprised to discover he exceeded my hopes. "Who are you?" I asked.
2. Trace. I'd never known a woman whose body was as perfect as Ellison Storm's. She was exquisitely beautiful, even with the frown she wore most of the time. And when her full lips went from pouting to smiling, the way her entire face transformed took my breath away. While she hadn't seen me before last night, I certainly noticed her. When I found her sitting alone at the bar where I was working as a bouncer, I knew I had to ask her to dance. As I'd told Ellison last night, my boss and her husband encouraged the staff to dance. Perhaps not in night away, but if we didn't enjoy ourselves when we were there, according to them, we had no business working at the Long Branch. Me? I loved it there, dancing or not. Compared to the stress of my life before I came to America from Spain, it was like my entire existence was a vacation. I spent my days working out, honing my body as well as my mind. Then at night, I went to a place known for its good food, better liquor, and live music. Every now and then, women looking for a moment of fun came in. None as beautiful as Ellison, though. Her big hazel eyes met mine as I rested her body on the bed we'd left less than an hour ago. The morning light streaming in through the windows cast a warm glow on her flawless skin.